Okay. Am I live? That is a really good question. I think my daughter fixed my internet. But we're going to see. So I don't know. Is anybody here? Can anybody see any of this? Did I make it public? Oh. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to look at my iPad and my phone to see what's going on here. I think I'm back. I don't know. It is public. Thank you, Judy. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys. I tell you, internet drives me crazy. Okay, we're going to fix this. We're going to change the way the phone is looking. And we're going to go to the desk. And I'm so annoyed right now, you guys. I can't even tell you how annoyed that I am right now. Okay. So, as a recap, my internet decided to not cooperate with me, and I'm crossing my fingers that it's going to continue to work. I think my daughter reset the whole thing for me upstairs. So for those of you that maybe didn't join me the first time, and are looking at this second live, I'm going to quickly mention to you what I've done so far. So we have a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch Blackberry Bliss card base. I have taken Versamark ink and I have stamped this cute little stamp out of the Tune In stamp set right here in the corners. Okay. We also have 2 pieces of real red. They both measure 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. You can see we have done some die cutting out of this layer here. We've got the antennas, and then I really just wanted the TV knobs. We scored our piece of white that was 3 inches by 11 at 4 1/8. You can see that we folded it to like a Z fold card. Okay. And then we put this top layer on the short piece because no one's going to see that. Okay. So that's what I've done. I also took a piece of peach pie, stamped my TV, die cut the TV and these fun little doohickeys out of that at the same time. All right. We've also got a piece of 2 Market Designer Series paper. It kind of goes with that shopping cart stuff. And so we're using this really fun flowery piece right here. And I think that's all that I did. Oh my gosh, I am still so mad at my internet company. Okay, I got to calm down. So this piece is now going to go onto our card base. So we're just going to add some glue all around this piece here. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to piece together that other live or not. Ugh. I tell you, technology is one of the biggest pains in the rear end of, somebody who does their business online. It is so frustrating when it doesn't work. So yeah. All right. So we're going to try to center this on this layer. I think that's centered. I hope so anyway. Okay, so I don't know. We're probably not going to get anybody watching. I should just make that other one not able to watch. But anyway, I left it. So then we're going to add our DSP to the front here. So it's just barely going to fit because, like I said, the layer of red was 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. And so the DSP is a 3 by 4. So we're just going to layer that on to that. Thank you guys, those of you that are coming back. Thank you. I am so sorry about my dumb internet. What can you do, All right. So we have the little TV screen piece, and we're going to do a little stamping on that as well. So I am going to ink up the word newsflash in red. Oh, Tony, I tell you, technology is like the root of stress. It causes a lot of stress. Actually, you know what? I see that I have excess ink on my block because I must have goobered it. So I'm going to wipe that off. Otherwise, I have a bad feeling that I will get it on my card or on my layer here. So I've inked this up in red. I'm going to stamp that. So it says newsflash. And then I'm going to bring in the little kind of like lightning bolt goodies. And I'm going to ink those up in Blackberry Bliss. Scooch all this stuff out of the way here. That, and then I need a scratch paper. Yeah, we do pay too much money for internet. You are so right, Bonnie, and it is so frustrating. And of course, if I was to call, they'd say, "Oh, we don't have any problems. It's got to be your end." Well, everything that I have is their equipment, so it's not anything I've done. But thank you, Sonia. She liked and shared my video, so I appreciate that so, so much. Ugh, I'm seriously frustrated right now. Okay, so this is going to go right over that. So now we don't need to worry that we've cut a hole in there because it's fine. So I'm just going to add a little glue kind of around these little doohickeys. I don't know what you call them. I'm trying to think of what, I'm sure they have a name. Does anybody know what they're called? It's some kind of a shape, I'm sure, but I don't know what it's called. Okay, so we have our TV. I'm going to add some dimensionals to my TV to pop that up on my layer here. Get off there. Okay. And so we're going to try to center this. There we go. And then as I talked about before, out of that red layer here is our little antenna. So I'm going to add just a tiny bit of glue down here at the bottom. And I guess I should say again, since I didn't get the chance in the second live, if you order $35 or more out of my online store, then I'm going to send you a kit to make all 3 of the cards that I'm going to make today. Okay. So let me just add a tiny bit of glue into these little circles and add our, because you guys remember back in the day, kids were the channel changers. So I'm sure a lot of you were probably channel changers and volume adjusters in your life with these fun retro TVs. I know I was. Okay. So then we would open this up. What did I am so mad right now. I want to cry. I put this on backwards. Yeah, it's supposed to go like that. Oh, you know what? Okay, this isn't as big of a problem as I think it is. Okay, so now you'll know. This could happen to you. So if this does happen to you, all you got to do is cut your TV off and stick it on again. It's not a big deal. Because this is how it's supposed to go. So there we go. All I had to do was put my TV on again. And I'm just going to add some adhesive to each of these dimensionals. Boy, if there's one thing you can guarantee by watching me stamp is that you're going to find out how to fix mistakes. Because I make mistakes literally every single time I'm live, I swear. Okay. Phew! There it is. Easy fix. Okay. So, sounds like some of you guys were channel changers also. Yeah, the early form of a remote for our parents. That is exactly right. Oh my gosh, so much fun. Okay, I'm going to take this, whatever this shape is called. To me, it's like, I don't know, my favorite Martian or something like that. And I'm going to add it a couple times here. Actually, I'm going to flip this. Ooh, maybe I'm not. We'll see. Yeah, I should be able to. Flip that over. Boy, this is just, I am super frustrated right now, and it shows because I am not having a great time stamping here. I am literally screwing everything up. Okay. I'm telling you, this is a super cute card if you don't screw it up. All right, so now I'm taking the phrase, "Your classic," and I'm going to stamp that right here in the middle in red. Okay, like that. Then I'm going to bring the TV back. And I'm going to ink up the TV. And I'm going to stamp it on this other panel here. Like so. So there we have the TV again. And now we have the happy birthday phrase. And we're going to stamp happy birthday inside the TV. Okay. So happy birthday is going to go in here in red. There we go. And then we have 2 more little TV buttons that we're just going to cover these Blackberry Bliss ones. So I'm going to squirt out a little bit of ink. And I am so blind that I can't even tell if my glue is coming out. There we go. All right, so we're going to add our little TV buttons again. And there we go. So we got our TV buttons on here. Okay, and then these little things, again, I don't know what they're called, but we're going to add one right here just to kind of tie in the peach pie color. And then I'm going to add one here and one here. Okay, so maybe I'll stick the larger one up at the top. Oh, I need to be looking at, I need to be monitoring my comments. I'm just so flustered right now. Gosh, I get so upset with that internet. Okay, I think we're almost done. All we have now is to add some gems. So I'm going to pull in my little gems here. Ugh, you guys are so nice. I'm telling you, this is terrible. Okay, so what am I going to do with my little gems? I think I'm just going to add them. Whoops, well, I need to get a hold of it. I think I'm just going to kind of stick them around the TV here at the, on this layer here. So there'll just be a tiny bit of bling that should catch a little bit of light, and then these actually look kind of Blackberry Bliss. So here it is. This is our first card. It's a fun fold. And again, if you screw it up like I did, it was an easy fix. So that was good. I guess it was good. Normally I would stamp all this stuff first. It's a good thing I didn't, because I would have screwed the whole thing up. So I guess I recommend stamping after. so you don't take the chance of making a giant mess like I did. Okay, let me go ahead and clean that up. And then we will get ready for our next card. I don't think I need all these phrases. I think I need the happy birthday again. I can't remember if I need the lightning bolts. It's possible I might. I do need the TV, so I'm going to clean that off so that it's not Blackberry Bliss, because we're not going to use Blackberry Bliss again on any of our other cards. Okay, so we're going to put all that stuff away, and then we're going to move on, and hopefully the internet will hold up for us, because good Lord. Okay. Next card, let me put that off to the side. Move that, and here is the goodies for our next card. So for this one, we have a basic gray card base, okay, 5.5, 8.5. I have a layer of white for the inside, 4 by 5 1/4. I have a layer of basic gray that is 4 by 5 1/4, and you can see I have done some die cutting here. I have die cut this large, whatever shape it is, 3 times, and then the little trio of whatever shape that is along the bottom. So I did not go any higher than about 1 3/4 inches from this edge. So I mean, if you need to like measure with the ruler and then draw yourself a light line, that's fine, because we're going to end up doing this. We've also got a piece of Pretty in Pink, and this is 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. So that's going to cover up what we've die cut. And then we have a little strip of Pretty in Pink. This is the In Color Designer Series paper pack. It's got all the different in colors in it. And we're going to use the striped piece, and we're going to put that on like so. So we're going to cover that whole thing up. This measures 1.5 by 5 1/4. So I'm just going to go ahead and do all this layering here first off. And we will get that on there. There we go. And then I'm going to glue that to this. So again, I'm not going to put my glue like any higher than that top little, gosh, I wish I knew what those shapes were called. I know they must have a name. Stars? They're not really stars though, are they? I just don't know. Okay. So then we're going to stick this on the bottom. There we go. And we will get that all situated on our layer of basic gray. So that is what we have so far. Okay, so we have all the doohickeys cut out of there, and we have that. Then I wanted to add a piece of Pretty in Pink ribbon, and that's why I made this layer a little higher, because this ribbon is a little bit see-through, and it just seems to pop so much more. You can actually really see it when it's on the pink layer. So you can kind of see, and if you put it on the stripes, you can't really see through it, but that's why I made the pink a little bit higher, just because I wanted the full beauty of the ribbon to be seen. And so I do that sometimes. I'll either put like a little strip of white underneath this sheer ribbon or the same color. And that works really, really well. So we're just going to wrap our piece of ribbon around. Of course, you'll get the ribbon, you'll get the DSP, you'll get all these cardstock pieces in your kit, all of it. Okay. You're also going to get a 2x4 piece of silver foil in your kit. And you can see I've done the same thing. I have just die cut. Now, I didn't stamp these antenna first. This is a different die. There's 2 antenna dies. One of them goes with the stamped image, and then one of them is just by itself. So on the last card, we did the stamping and die cutting with this antenna die, but this one we're using the other die. Okay, so I've done that twice, and then I've done the little buttons, and then I'm not sure what this is, some kind of a grate, some kind of a screen. Maybe that's where the sound came out on those older TVs. Let me sort of see what I got here. Oh, I put them somewhere else. So anyway, you're going to do that twice, because you're going to use one set on this card and one set on the next card. Okay, so you'll get a big enough piece to do it for both. And so here is some antennas and some dials. Okay. All right, scooch that stuff out of the way. So now you're also going to get a piece of Melon Mambo in your kit, and you're going to stamp your TV in Melon Mambo. And then when you run it through your die cutting machine, you're going to die cut it with the TV image, and you're also going to die cut it with this little, again, I don't know, like some rectangles. Okay. So you're going to get rectangles out of that. Oh, and then you're also going to need to cut the rectangle out of this pink piece, which I didn't show, but you would. As you can see, it's not going to, you won't be able to see it. So you're going to need to get some pink pieces out of that also. Boy, I am super flustered still, you guys. So here are all of those little bits. So we have the Melon Mambo and the pink, and then we have all of these other little gray bits that we got out of the gray layer. Okay. You're also going to get one of these little labels, and that comes out of the Happy Little Things dies. This is a cute little die set that is an online exclusive, so it's not in any catalog, but it's really cute. You can see that it does give you some nice detail there, some little like stitching lines. And I took that same newsflash image and I stamped it in basic gray on this little layer here. Okay. All right. So then what we're going to do is you're also going to get, where is it? You're going to get a scrap of white. What did I do with it? I had one somewhere. Did I have it in the last one? Oh, for heaven's sakes. This is literally the worst day of my life. Okay, so you're also going to get another piece of white so that you can die cut the screen out of, and I'm going to attach the screen right here, again, just like we did on the other TV. So we're going to get the screen attached on there. So I'm just going to throw some glue on here. Boy, just amazing how much you can get messed up with a silly little glitching internet. But, ugh, wow. Okay. So we have our white screen in there. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to like look at my die, and I'm going to put these pieces on like the same way they are from the die, but I'm going to alternate them. So I'm going to start with the Melon Mambo, then I'm going to go with the Pretty in Pink. I'm going to come back to the Melon Mambo, and then again with the Pretty in Pink, and then finish up with the last Melon Mambo. Okay, so we're going to kind of lay these out so that they're in a nice order, something like that. So then you can go ahead and glue them down. So I don't know, this is kind of like, I think like when the TV would go out for the night, you'd have that kind of colored band, it seemed like, until the, you know, or maybe that was when there was an issue with the TV service. Who knows? Probably like the internet is now, where it was glitching and then the little rainbow thing would come on and say, we are experiencing technical difficulties, which is what I was experiencing earlier, right? All right. So if you guys would thumbs up and share and comment on this particular video, I would love you forever. Since my other video did not cooperate, this one needs to. Okay, so I'm just kind of scooching these around just a tiny bit. There we go. Then we're going to put the news flash banner right across the TV. Okay, so I'm going to use some mini dimensionals on this. Whoops, let's go 3 minis. Okay. Ugh, is everyone still here? If I still have everybody. Ugh. All right, so I think I'm going to put it on a little bit cockeyed. That way I don't have to have it be straight. And if I can't get it straight, then it's not going to look bad. So I do that a lot. If you can get away with not having things be perfectly straight, I say go for it, because sometimes having things perfectly straight is hard to do. Okay, so then this I'm going to stick in the middle this time. The other TV, I stuck it on the side. This one, I'm going to kind of put it on this in the center. And same thing, we're going to add our little dials here, but these are going to be silver instead of a color. So we'll bring in the dials. And we'll stick that one on, and this one like that. So cute. Okay. So then I'm going to kind of figure out where I'm going to have my TV sit. And again, I'm going to have it kind of sit a little bit cockeyed just because that's easier. And now we're going to stick on these little guys. Yeah, it's hard, especially when your eyes play tricks on you constantly. It's really hard to get things on straight. So, all right, so let's add, oh, yay, Tony is liking this. Yay, thanks, Tony. And then maybe this one. So then after I kind of get these little guys on here, there we go, then we'll start adding the rest of them. You can never go wrong with pink and gray. I am telling you guys, pink and gray is such a wonderful color combination. Yeah, it's fantastic. All right, so I'm going to stick a little thing right here. I thought I would stick one kind of in the center here between the antenna. So again, my TV would be something along the lines of that. And then we have that. All right, and let's add one here and maybe one here. So let's try, let's put the big one here. And of course, you can stick these on in any order or any configuration, whatever you want to do with them. There. Okay, I have 2 left, so maybe I'll just go one here and one there, and then I'll stick my TV on. So I just kind of didn't stick the TV. I guess I could have stuck the TV on. It wouldn't have made any difference, really, as far as me sticking all these little doohickeys in the background. Because I thought about using an embossing folder, but it was just more fun for me to actually use another die out of the set. So I figured when I made all these cards, I used all but one stamp. Oh, I have some more. Well, let me put my TV on. I used all but one stamp and all but one die. So in these 3 cards, I've used everything except one of each. I just couldn't incorporate everything. I tried, believe me, I tried really hard. Okay, so a little bit cockeyed. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll stick these. No, we're good. Okay. So then for the inside of the card, I'm going to cut the remainder of these little guys in half. Okay. So we'll end up having 10 little shapes. Whoops, get over here. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them on the bottom of my card. So I'm just going to add like a little strip of glue there. And then I'm just going to stick, am I in the frame? Okay, yes. And then I'm just going to add one of these little pieces. And I realize this is a bit putsy, but it's going to be really cute, I promise. So just kind of take turns and maybe, you know, stagger them so some are higher than others, because we can always trim off the bottom. Get another one here. How about this little guy? And he can be kind of up high. Whoops. I must have some glue on my hands, because every time I go to stick one down, it sticks on my hand. Okay. And one here. Oh, I hope I have enough. I should. I hope, unless I need to spread them out a little more. I don't know. We'll see. That. I think I only have one more hot pink. So I might have screwed this up. How did that happen? So that's 3. Yeah, that's right. So I did. I kind of screwed this up. So we are going to, what are we going to do, Barb, now that you've screwed this up again? I should have maybe laid them out first, is what I should have done. Well, you know what? When you cut your TV, you're still going to have like an edge of a scrap. So I feel like you can take an edge of your scrap and you can probably just make your own piece. Okay. So just cut a little edge off your scrap that's left from your TV, and then just make another little scrap there, another little piece, and then it should work. Because that was what we were missing, was just a melon mambo. Okay, so there we go. So let me snip off the end of this little guy, and then this I'm also going to put on with dimensionals. So we're going to go one in each corner, and then one in the middle. Yes, another solution. Gosh, I'm telling you guys, seriously, if you want to watch somebody fix mistakes, you should watch me stamp all the time. And you would be amazed at the tricks I come up with. Oh, because I just do stupid things all the time. Okay. So then this, I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to kind of press down on all of those little things. And then I'm just going to snip all. I could have actually used that. I could have used that because it was hanging off pretty far. So I could have used the edge of that too. Now that I was looking at how much I actually chopped off of it, I could have done that. Okay. So then I'm going to use the phrase, "You're super," on the inside here. So I'm going to ink it up in gray, and then we're going to try to stamp it in the middle, like so. Okay, and now we can stick it on the inside. We can add our little embellishment, and then we can move on to our last card, which is kind of, it's fun. Well, they're all fun. I just really love this little TV. When I first saw it in the catalog, I was like, oh, I don't know about that. But man, working with this today, what I've been doing, I am loving it. Okay, let's add a few little gems. I kind of feel like these little gems kind of take on the color that they're with, which is really kind of cool. I didn't realize that first. Actually, I think I'm only going to do 2, because if I stick it up there, it's going to like clash. So anyways, there we have card number 2. So cute. All right, let's get the last goodies out here. I'm going to move some stuff out of the way. Thank you guys again for sticking with me. I am still really mad at my internet because that just screws up everything. Okay, so for this card, it's very few pieces and parts. We have a crumb cake card base. So this is 8.5 by 5.5. And then we have a white inside, 4 by 5 1/4. And you're going to get a scrap of black, and you're just going to simply cut out the TV. Okay. Then you're also going to get, of course, remember from the silver piece from our previous card where we had these pieces of the TV. We're going to use this thing here, and this might be the speaker. You know what I mean? There was always that kind of fabricy inlay in the TV, and I think that might be the speaker. You're also going to get this other little label. So the one that we had before was kind of straight, and this one is the one that has the flagged ends. You're going to cut that in half. And then we're going to have a scrap of crushed curry, and you're going to die cut this thing twice. Okay, so you'll have 6 of these, whatever they're called. I don't know. All right, and then your white piece for the inside of the TV. So we're going to do some stamping on this piece first. So I need my red ink for my other project. Okay. And I've got the phrase that says, what does this say? Stay tuned for an important message. I'm sure you guys also remember that happening when you'd be watching, I don't know, like the Brady Bunch or something. And then they would have a pause for some information. Okay, so we're inking that phrase up in the red. And we're going to stamp that. Actually, I'm going to stick that on dark because it's easier to see the borders of a white piece if it is on something dark. So we can make sure we have enough ink, kind of looking around on here, trying to center it as best I can. And there we go. So we've got stay tuned for an important message. And then we are going to bring back our little stamp, this little guy here that has the shapes that I don't know what they're called. And I'm going to make sure it's clean. I'm going to spank it dry. And then I'm only going to get this little cross right here. Okay, so I'm going to kind of use the corner of my pad. Oh, it just did it to me again. I want to scream so loud. Okay, so I stamped those little crosses right here. And then that's going to go on the TV. This time we're going to put our buttons at the bottom of the TV along, whoops, that's not the button, along with this little vent. So let me throw some glue on the vent and try to center that at the bottom here. So like that. And then we're going to add our little dials. So here at the bottom, add a little glue. Boy, now I feel like I have to really speed this up because stupid internet, if it does it again, I'm so irritated, you guys. Okay, and then this, we're going to do this. Do I remember the show Bewitched? Oh, absolutely. That was one of my favorite shows. It actually, if I could watch it somewhere, I would not. I've actually watched some episodes on YouTube before. It's just a fantastic show. Okay, those little stars. Oh, I do, Judy. Yeah. Now that you say that, I do. Okay, so we're going to add this little banner to both ends or both sides. So we're going to try to center them as best we can. Yeah, Bewitched. Now I can hear that theme song in my mind. Da-da, da-da. And then her little wiggling of the mouth. Oh, Andy Griffith. Oh my gosh, you guys. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so what we need to do before, we have the antenna here too. And the antenna, I think I'm going to go maybe right over here with it. We'll see. Okay, so we've got the antenna on there also. So now what I'm going to do with this to make it kind of an interesting background is I'm going to bring in a Stampin' Write marker. This is a black Stampin' Write marker, and I'm literally just going to draw around the entire card front. Okay, I'm going to open that up so I can, I'm in the frame. Yes. So I'm just going to literally, and I'm not trying to be too straight about it, because obviously I cannot draw a straight line. So we're just going to go with the fact that it's not straight. And we're just going to kind of go around the whole thing. And then we're going to end up right where we started. So then what we're going to do is we're going to do that again. So we're going to maybe start just maybe slightly outside, and we're going to go again. And we're kind of going to purposely cross lines. And just keep doing that. And go back. And then we're going to come up here and maybe go down and around. And again, I'm not trying to be perfect with it. And look at that. So now we just have this kind of fun outline area. And now we're going to stick our TV in here. So our TV is going to go about like that. I'm going to use dimensionals if I can find them again and get this done before my internet decides to crap out on me again. And there we go. Get those paper backings off. What the heck? All of a sudden, I cannot get these paper backings off. What is going on? Okay, so we're going to put the TV on. Trying to center it. And then we're going to add some of these little doohickeys. So I'm going to put like one here, and one here, and maybe one here, and maybe one up here. So we'll go with a big one right there. A medium one right here. A small one down there. A medium one right there. And a small one right there. And that is the front of the card, except for our gems, because now I just lost them. Oh, found them. Lost them, found them, lost them, found them. And I might just put some gems in these little stars. I'm going to call them stars for just because I don't know what else to call them. Because I don't know what the shape is. Okay, so we have that. And then for the inside, we're going to go with the happy birthday again. And I'm going to do it in red. So let me do that in red. 1953. That was a little before my time, but I still watched. Did I watch that? Yeah, for sure. Okay, and now I have the lightning bolts, and I'm going to do those in the crushed curry. And we're just going to kind of go around our happy birthday like that. And then we're going to throw that on the inside. And then our card is done. How exciting is that? Pretty simple. I feel like this could be like a manly card. You know what I mean? Like you could send this to a guy. Even with our little doohickeys on the front, I still think you could send that to a guy. So that's our cards for this week, you guys. Oh my gosh. Can I thank you all again for hanging in here with me and my stupid internet. Who knew there'd be such a problem coming back from, being gone for a while. But here are our 3 cards. Using the Tune In bundle, it's only $36.75 right now during the month of June with our bundle sale. And if you spend $35 in my online store using this host code, the AYJTGYVZ, then I will send you a kit to make all these cards. You'll get the designer series papers. You'll get all the pieces you need. You'll, of course, need the bundle itself to die cut all the goodies that we've die cut on here. But yeah, only $35. $50 will get you an extra PDF tutorial, and $75 will get you the tutorial, the cards, and the gems. So there you go. So thank you guys again so much. I'm going to try to see if I can piece these 2 videos together and see if I can make it just one. I don't know that I can, but I'm going to try. And anyway, thank you guys. I appreciate all your good words, your good thoughts, and you guys have a great week, and I'll see you here next week. Bye-bye, guys.